Welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan. The lights are on in the big house, and this crowd, clad in maize and blue, certain that they will hail the victors in the Wolverines' home opener tonight. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Volunteers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Yeah, and when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Tight ends nowadays, they're oversized wide receivers. They run routes like wide receivers. They make people miss now in space. They're guys that are now featured in offenses where in the past that wasn't the case.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Looking downfield, it's Heddleston. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit.
Number 11 in punt formation to kick it away.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Burton. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Quick handoff. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
They'll give it to him again, fighting off the defender. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
Toss sweep to the right. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Across the 15. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteer. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Heddleston. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, and letting them get some positive yards.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. one's here. Offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse. And they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
That's the end of the first quarter. Tennessee 7, Michigan 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Vols will line up to punt it away. Pulls it in at the 25. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He'll do it himself. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking for a man. It's Heddleston. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got great speed. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them.
This offense has a second down play. They'll go to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
No gain on the play. Third down coming.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Looking to throw. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Now, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punter.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He's got the back in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Wolverines are in the hurry up. Quarterback will keep it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Now, 4th down.
The Wolverines will punt this one away.
Kick it away.
He gets a block. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great.
Got enough space. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Number 20.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Kansas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Lawrence. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can...
He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
He's not afraid to go deep. Pulls it in on the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Scanning the field, it's Heddleston. He's going for it all. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown ball. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to let one go back to the middle. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Going up top on 1st down. fires one high and deep. And that ball is picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff.
Number 11, set to kick this one.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee. In other schools around the country, Slippery Rock, 42. Millersville University, 21.
Here comes the offense on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
At the 32-yard line, it's third down.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Hit as he throws. It's complete. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
Third down coming.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. They understood it was a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team, going and making a tackle?
Okay,
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick six. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fellas up front, it's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right, that was impressive.
They'll throw it on first down. He's going to take off. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On the move. Bust through behind his pad. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position. And the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
The lone back's got it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
This is one of the best run defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves on being the most physical unit, and you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They're bringing heat. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Calls his own number. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nebraska. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that pass intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Swings it out to his running back. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score. Tennessee 21, Michigan 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
It's third down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Quarterback will audible. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on first and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Give to the running back. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. The Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Vols will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Looking to throw, it's Heddleston. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. This is a designed run. Past the 40. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable. Having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Coming after it. Takes a hit as he fires. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback keeper. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense with a stop to close this thing out. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A How did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Great example of a receiver just winning at the line of scrimmage against press coverage. He's able to get a clean release, and that allows him to push down the field, stack the cornerback, made it an easier throw for the quarterback, and now all of a sudden they're in the red zone.
Using his feet. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Number 20.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for two? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
So you think this is automatic? They need this one badly. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now, there's still some ground to cover here, David, if they're going to try to get in position to win this game in regulation.
Yeah, and you practice this every week. This is the moment in practice, the 2-minute drill. Get as much as you can, rush the field, go get it on. Jesse, you better be prepared for this moment.
And, David, this is exactly what quarterbacks live and play for. You're now in a position to go win this thing for your team.
With the score all time.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. The give. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. They take the lead here in overtime.
And we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field tricks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Here comes the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Tennessee! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. They're going to throw it to start the drive. If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win. And, man, just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. They think they can create space here with a run to the right.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He leaves it with his back. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He got it in. Ball game. What a clutch play as they win it in double overtime.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want